Hello there. Welcome to this ultimate guide to Team Deathmatch. Deathmatch is a very simple respawn mode. We're currently playing it for Supreme Extreme Carnage, the SxC Clan, blasting through a lot of pub matches. But when you get into ranked, things get a little bit more serious. And there's some things you just need to know in 2023. The first thing you need to know is that the T stands for team. So you can't do a goddamn thing about what your team does, just yourself. And it's first to 50 points. So divided by 5, that's 10 kills and 10 deaths that you're potentially responsible for by yourself. So if you go out and get 10 kills and only die 9 times, your team's going to win. If everybody in the team does the same thing. It's a respawn mode that's really about controlling your KD ratio, your kills and deaths ratio. In other respawns, it doesn't matter if you go negative, if you're getting the OBJ and picking up a lot of kills as you go. It's actually more comparable with Search and Destroy, where you don't, within a round, get a second life. You get 5 lives over 5 rounds. So if you die, you wind up spectating your teammates or the opponents if they're defusing the bomb. So it's sort of a blend in between. There is also Frontline, which if you're new to the game, you'll probably play a lot of to start with, because it's the best way to learn the maps, because you have a fixed spawn point. TDM's different in that the spawns will flip, which you need to be mindful of, and you'll get shot in the back. Okay, so with that in mind, you want to look at your loadouts. There's 2 ways you can go. We're going to talk about perks first. I have some respawn loadouts. They're the ones that don't have Dead Silence on. And then Dead Silence is for Search and Destroy. So, if you use this blue perk here, Hardline, it increases points earned from killing enemies by 25%. So that means for every 4 kills, you get a free one, essentially. Why is that interesting or important? It's because you can have less kills than one of your teammates, but top frag. And top fragging in ranked is awesome because you'll get more points. You also get, to flex. Also, if you top frag in a losing team, you may not lose points. In fact, you may even gain points. And this is a way of just increasing your chances. That is probably the best blue perk other than Dead Silence for Team Deathmatch. There's a whole bunch of others you can choose from. Because it's a relatively quick game mode, persistence isn't going to be very useful. It's pretty hard to nuke in Team Deathmatch. The game just tends to go a bit quick. And you're competing for kills amongst your teammates. The other blue perk is Dead Silence. Like I said, it has a lot in common with Search and Destroy. So this is kind of map dependent. If you're on a map like Armageddon, where people tend to play passive, but also there's little routes you can go to sneak up on people, they're going to be using their earphones. Everybody uses earphones in 2023 in COD Mobile. And they're sounding essentially. So if you don't have Dead Silence on and you're moving at all, they can hear you and sneak up and execute you. So it's really just deciding between, do you want that points boost or do you want to play a bit smarter? If you're a good player, you'll maybe just go with the Dead Silence. If the map is where you can be a bit more passive and long range, then Hardline is definitely worth the go. I think the rest are just all by preference, really, choice. You can use whatever you want, but those are the 2 main ones. Okay, into the red perks. If you are someone that strafes side to side using cover, maybe corner of a building, inducing a bit of desync registration in your opponent, Skulk is really good. Skulk is also really good if you're using a gun where one of the attachments maybe takes away some of the strafing speed. It is represented in the mobility slider. As this is in the red, then you can use Skulker to counter that. If you have a gun like the Holger used to be, which had 40% up until recent nerf strafing speed using the no stock, then you could get away with not using this red perk Skulker. 12% faster when walking and crouching. You can skulk around the map as well. That's where you basically ADS in and walk around. You see that sometimes in S&D. They try not to make noise and be ADS'd in, ready to fire. Flak Jacket is a great perk to use in other respawn modes. This can save you if you're holding a position and someone's going to chuck a grenade at you and you don't have a trophy system. That can save your life. So we talked about Skulker and Flak Jacket. There's also a bunch of other ones. Dauntless is similar to a Flak Jacket. Pinpoint is probably the other one. If you're holding a position and just really into accuracy gunfights, this Pinpoint here, it outlines enemies when you're taking damage or dealing damage, which is useful, but actually it gives you a little bit of aim assist. So that can be really, really useful on guns that aren't snipers. Restock can be kind of cool as well. Recharges your throwables, so your lethal and your tactical throwable. Tactician gives you an extra piece. Agile's really worthless. Lightweight's only 5%, but some people like that if they're rushing around. Fast recover can also be quite good. Increases your recovery rate by 30%, which is quite significant. But I would say Skulker, Pinpoint, and Flak Jacket for TDM. The green perk, Quick Fix, is really great. If you're using a weapon where it has hit flinch penalties in the attachments, if it's listed, you probably need to use Toughness. But if you don't have any hit flinch penalties and you're using an LMG or an AR, then Quick Fix is one of the best green perks you can use. For LMGs, you see some people and some snipers using Gung Ho because they can reload while running around, which is great. So that's another possibility. Ghost, if you want to stay off the radar, literally, enemy UAVs can't reveal your position, nor can baby monitors that people like Hissing Thoughts use. And because it's TDM and it's over pretty quickly, you're probably not going to need Cold-Blooded unless you are getting hit with a lot of shock RC cars. Those are the main ones. And that's the perks. For the operator skills, just pick whatever. I was using the Purifier, but it annoyed me because I'm a ranged player generally, that I'd have to close the distance with the Purifier. Equalizer's much better. Anything really here for TDM. K9 unit's pretty standard. It's a pretty short game. Kinetic armor, if you're into gunfights and need to armor up quickly. If you're into being nice to your teammates, take 5. But again, TDM, short game. Throwables, if you're going to hold a power position, a trophy system can be good because you're going to annoy people and they're going to try and chuck a thermite at you. I use gas grenade with some of my LMG loadouts because it launches it ahead of myself. Someone's running into it and they might have an SMG, which ADS is much faster, even ARs do. But if they've been hit by the gas grenade, they can't ADS. They're smelling my farts for a few seconds and that's all I need to get them. Flash grenades, concussions are also good. Smoke grenades, if you're a rusher and you want to get up close to them, like take out a sniper. The others, stim shots, some people are into them, but the rest aren't as useful in this mode. And for your lethal, yeah, thermite is good in that if you throw it, I think this still stands, and someone tries to throw a lethal back at you, it acts as like its own little trophy system. Frag grenades are great, you can cook them. Trip mines, if you're holding a position and you need to just watch your back, it'll do that for you. I've actually got this in Damascus. And yeah, mollies, some people love contact grenades, some people love C4s, it's just your preference. That's really it. Score streaks is the other thing we've got to talk about. It's unlikely that you're going to get enough kills to get a VTOL or anything high. So you're just going to be spanning some of the utilities. UAV's great, helps the team out. Shock RC car's great. Counter UAV, you might be able to get a Pred missile and maybe a sentry gun. I don't know. You'll know if in playing this what you can achieve, but some people can only like maybe get a killer drone at most if that comes down to how many kill streaks you can get going. Your secondary really depends on what your playstyle is. If you're trying to rush to a power position or you need to reload a slow reloading gun like an LMG, a melee weapon can be quite useful because it's got the fastest running speed. But a pistol is kind of a more logical one to have. When you swatch to it, you can fire at someone at some range with a pistol, which you can't do with a melee. I do have one loadout with a launcher in case someone gets a VTOL or a gunship, helicopter. Yes, I do have an LMG, but it seems to still take a while to take those down. Otherwise, the most meta gun in COD Mobile for secondaries is this D13 Sector. You should totally use that. Okay, hope that was helpful. Right, 90 EMS, 93, 94. I'm actually going to use my hardline, and then the only other thing I can say is pay attention to... Oh, hey, hang on, I've got issues. I think I've got a wet finger sleeve. I'm in trouble. My controls are unresponsive at the moment. Okay, I'm going to try and find a finger sleeve to change.
Targets inside.
No, that's a wet finger sleeve.
One's house. the house. Yeah, that OTS.
Basically, hang on.
Headshot. Standing by. Repeat. UAV recon standing by.
The drink I've had is condensated onto where my finger sleeves are. And I'm about to die. Ran out of bullets. Okay, I've got one good finger sleeve, one bag finger sleeve. There's a guy in our spawn. Never mind, he's dead. Counter UAV up.
House, Meg.
I want to take boxes in a second. Okay guys, you got to keep an eye on your map to find out where people are spawning. So I can see there's a guy that's thrown here. And we're going to rush out of here, go get boxes. Hold this corner of the map. Check here first. Back here. We can wall bang here as they come through. I don't have a trophy. I need to reload. Okay. That was dumb. I was about to say something about the map. There's a guy over there, Dead Heart, at the tractor. Let me loosen him up for you. And that's what you get. I've got my equalizers. These guys are the type of people that just keep going back to the same place.
Damn, got one.
Okay, if someone wants to take boxes from me, I'll push up.
Your doom has come.
This is a power position, this is what I'm talking about. One of the best spots to hold in the game. They might jump up there at tractor. Or they'll just stop coming this way because they're feeding. One guy here, looking at the map. There's a guy here in our spawn. He's dead. So keep an eye on your mini-map, people. That's where you can tell. We talked about spawns flipping.
Keep it up.
Yeah, I want to push up.
Okay,
Okay.
You.
I screwed that up, guys. Okay, they came through with their RPG. But we'll just shoot them in the back now. Just like...
Damn.
Okay, they're holding that bomb site in the mid.
Oh, you gonna come at me. You gonna come at me, buddy.
I need help in our spawn. Never mind. Just 3 more kills. There we go.
Not bad.
Yeah, okay, that is a problem of drinking with a glass like this.
Okay.
I thought my game was playing up and it was just finger sleeves. Okay, let's not drink that anymore. Slow start there because I was dealing with this, but I think you'll agree that was pretty good game, and that was points for the clan. Well done. That's what a TDM tends to be like. There can be 1 point in it.
There's so many good ones.
UL's a great gun.
I think the best YouTuber in the world has to be Hissing Thoughts.